Beautiful. So welcome to today's knowledge power packed webinar about everything, 5 eye-opening secrets that you really do need to take note of when it comes to starting your personal finance, your stock market journey. And yes, welcome once again. I'll first of all apologize for starting late, but we had to ensure that everybody doesn't have the same name, and I can still see a lot of us with the same name, but not to worry, we'll fix that along the way. So at the end of today's webinar, you're sure to have enough knowledge to start your investing journey comfortably, and you're supposed to be able to identify stock investments that are going to be profitable for you, because it is very important, very, very important for you to be able to know some things and see these things and be able to tell yourself that, okay, this is the right decision to make, or this is the next decision I'm going to be making, right? So in this very, very short hour, I am currently in a quiet room, except my neighbors decide to make noise. But make sure that you're in a quiet space, get yourself on the headset, earpiece, so that you can hear me clearly. And just in case there's a glitch you can't hear, please do well to make use of the chat so that I can know that you can hear me loud and clear. Get yourself a notepad and a pen, because it will be very nice for you to write down a lot of things. And after the session, you can go back to them. I am not going to guarantee you a replay. I will not guarantee you a replay, because I need you to pay utmost attention. I need you to pay utmost attention. And also do take note of your questions as they are coming, write them down so you do not lose track of them or you do not forget them, right? So this webinar or this session is going to be for you if you're a beginner and you're new to the stock market and you want to build a solid foundation when it comes to understanding what stocks and shares are, because we're basically facing only one sort of asset class. And you also want to improve, meaning that, okay, you started your investing journey, but you've noticed that there's some things that you could do better, but you're not exactly seeing the result. I'm going to be showing you some of those things that you want to go back and look at to be sure that you are on the right track. Also, this webinar is for you if you are here because you're looking for another stable source of income. You're looking for another source where you know that, okay, your finances is sort of secured, and then you know that the stock market is for you. You know that, oh, I am going to be gaining a lot if I decide to pay attention to the stock market. So the next thing is you need some tools. You want to find out, okay, what are those things I'm supposed to do? What are those things that can help me get better? Then you are definitely at the right place. And last but not the least, you are here because you're committed to learning. You always want to get better when it comes to your money, when it comes to your finances. You're always looking at ways to always improve. It's not just only remaining in one place or complaining. So now we have a couple of us here, and I'm not sure how many of you know me, and that is why I'm going to be introducing myself. My name is Oluchukwu Chiadika, and I am the founder of Your Personal Finance Girl. And one beautiful thing about my money journey, my financial journey, is I started making money very, very early. I started making money when I was in primary school. I was in primary 4 when I made when I started making money. That was how young I was. I was in primary school when I made money for the first time, my first naira. I can't remember. I did not track how much I made at the end of the day, but that was where I started from. And because of the kind of person I am and the way I grew up, I was always inclined to save money. I always wanted to save money. I always wanted to do better. And because of this, I did a lot of things. I made a lot of mistakes. I tried out several things, and I learned my mistake because I experienced a lot of setback, right? And one thing that was consistent when I was growing up was my family and friends would typically ask me questions about their finances, ask me questions about what to do. Okay, should we save? Should we invest? I see that you're doing this. I see that you read this book. They were always asking me questions, and I was their go-to person for money matters. And if it gave me some sort of responsibility in the sense that, oh, these people trust me with a topic that is not entirely spoken about everywhere you go, right? And because of how well I helped my family and friends, along the line, I did a public speaking course, and then I started Your Personal Finance Girl 3 years after. And that is why you have Your Personal Finance Girl. And now, just in case you're thinking, okay, oh, Oluchukwu is rich, Oluchukwu is big, she started making money very early. She knows everything she's doing. She's very good with investing. I started my investing journey with as little as 5,000 naira. I did not start with 1 million. I did not start with 10 million. I did not start with 500K. I did not start with 100K. I started my investing journey with 5,000 naira. So just in case you're thinking, oh, will I be able to start investing? Will I be able to start my investing journey? I'm here to tell you that, yes, you will be able to start your investing journey with as little as whatever you have currently, right? So the next thing is, I have been investing for well over 7 years now and counting, and I have investment in different asset classes. Think about it, gold. Think about it, land. Think about it, real estate. Just think about anything. I have it. Yes. ETFs, bonds, I have it. So because of that, I have been able to grow my investment to tangible and intangible things. So from things that I can lay my hands on, like gold, land, and the rest, to things I cannot touch, like stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds, and the likes, hero bonds, and all of those, right? And now, because of I have been consistent. I've been doing this for a while. I now have my investments valued running over 8 figures. I want to find out from you people that are here, how many of us know what 8 figure is? So this is the point where I said that I need you to be interactive. I need you to pay attention, because I want to know how many of us here know what 8 figure is, so you can have like a good idea. You can have a good idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm seeing some responses. Okay. Okay. Okay, tens of millions, 10 million and above, yes. So anything from 10 million, just write 8 zeros down and then count it. You can now know how many million you have, right? So that is how much someone who started with 5,000 naira has grown to, right? And that is one of the reasons why I'm having this particular webinar right now, to walk you through every single thing you need to know, those secrets that nobody tells you, those things that people are always gatekeeping. Because funny thing is, let me just even ask this question. Let me ask you this question. When you were growing up, did you get any sort of formal education in terms of understanding how your finances are going, in terms of what to do when you make money, in terms of how to make money? I want to know how many of us here, please be truthful, how many of us here got any sort of education? If we do a rough count now, we would have only 1 out of 10 people. Sometimes it's not even up to 1 out of 10, sometimes 1 out of 15, that anybody will come and teach you about money. Anybody come and tell you what to do. So that is why I actually have Personal Finance Girl. That is why I talk about money, because I see that a lot of us gatekeep. A lot of us do not want to talk about what is happening. We'll just be there, gathering. At the end of the day, we make mistakes. We find out we make mistakes, and then we have to learn from our mistake. So sometimes 0 out of 10, yeah, Favor, you're correct. Sometimes 1 out of 15 people actually have any sort of, in fact, it's not even going to even be direct education. If you look at it, it's not always going to be a direct education. So now, okay, right on time. So now let us move on. apart from my investments, one thing I've learned to do, I don't know if any of you have seen my Instagram page where I talked about how much you can earn in dividend if you invest in any of the current bank stocks that have offers going on. I am building well to the extent that my dividend from different investment that I have now pay my bills. This is someone, let me remind you just in case, this is someone who started with 5,000. So I have been able to grow my investment portfolio. I've been able to grow my wealth to the extent that I have I have well over, I have so much money. Let me use so much money that my dividend now pay some of my bills. And it is one thing for you to invest if it's one thing for you to invest smartly and wisely, right? So this is where we currently are. So what do we have? What do I have for you today? Moving on quickly into what we have for you today. So a few of the secrets when we're talking about how you can start small and think big, how diversification is key, what to invest in, how to be sure that, okay, you're doing this for the long term and for the right reason. And then you also have to always be learning. I think I'm going to tell my story about how I got burned and eventually had to learn from my mistake. So many a times, rich people will not tell you that, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. You come on, if you go on, what's it called today now? If you go online, you're definitely going to see, okay, I don't know what you are seeing right now. Why did I zoom out? Okay, let's just go on. If you go online today, you would see that, oh, this person got, probably Otedola got X amount in dividend. Otedola got, or what's it called? Dangote earned this amount in dividend. But many a times you wouldn't see when they're highlighting how these people actually started small. How Dangote eventually had to borrow money from his uncle, a small amount of money, not a small amount, but compared to what he has now, compared to what he has been able to build over the years, it's actually a very minute amount he borrowed to be able to start his investing journey. And we don't talk about it. Nobody talks about it. Everybody just thinks that, oh, for you to start your investing journey, you have to have 1 million naira. You have to have 10 million naira. Meanwhile, that is a very, very wrong thing to think about. And I am living testimony that you can start your investing journey with very little amount of money and still grow along the way, right? You can still grow along the way. And the rich will not tell you. They'll just make you think that, oh, we are rich, we can buy whatever we want, we're making money from our investment. But many a times they don't tell you, especially for those that were never rich, they don't tell you how they grew. They don't tell you how they came one step at a time to get to where they are. And me, I'm not going to come and tell you that, oh, I just suddenly found 10 million naira or 1 million naira lying around in my account and then I decided to use it to invest. No, I trained myself to become an investor. I trained myself to make money. I trained myself to invest money. I trained myself to save money. And I am going to be passing that knowledge on to you today. And I do hope that you take it and you're able to implement it, right? So next thing is, many people believe that, oh, I have that here. I didn't know I had that here. So many people believe that to invest in stock market, you need to have like a very big amount of money. You need to know you need to have like 10 figures, 6 figures, 55 figures to invest, but you can actually start with what you have and grow your portfolio over time. And this allows you to also learn on your journey. So most of the time, if you decide that, oh, you are going to just go ahead to start investing, then you might be making a lot of mistake, right? And I'm not going to come and tell you that, oh, my investing journey was all that smooth, right? I also have my fair share of burns because I learned from my mistake. But good thing you have me. You don't necessarily have to make the exact same set of mistakes that I have made over the years. So now one of the beautiful things about starting small is that you have low entry barrier. So this means that with the smallest amount possible, you can actually even start your investing journey with as little as 1,000 naira. And you can eventually grow this investment portfolio to a large extent. You can literally grow your investment portfolio to a very large extent, whereby you are making a lot of money from dividend. You're making a whole lot of money from dividend. And then because you start small, you're able to witness your investment grow. You're able to see your investment grow from whatever you started with to where you are right now. So one thing we all need to take note of, or one thing we always need to remember, is that we would always grow when it comes to our investment, as long as you are consistent, as long as you do not give up along the way, as long as you do not keep making the same set of mistakes over and over again, right? So another thing is you need to also start small so that you can grow alongside, you can learn on the way. I'm not going to come and tell you that I became an expert in one day. I learned on the go. I learned through my journey. I did not become a personal finance expert just like that. I did not become a personal finance guru just like that. Okay, so I need to be sure. Okay, so I cannot minimize. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah. I need you to see me again. So next thing is I want to just quickly run through main type of stocks. I know that a lot of us might not know what it is or what it means. So there are two main types of stocks, and there's the common one and there's a preferred one. The common one gives the shareholder, which is going to be you when you buy that stock, rights to vote. But then there is no guarantee that you are going to be getting dividend, right? There's no guarantee that you are going to be getting dividend if you get common stocks. However, if you get preferred stocks, there is no guarantee that you can vote, meaning that you're not exactly part of people that are going to be making decisions. However, you're going to be getting dividend. And I'm going to go through, I think it's the next one. Okay, so let's do a quick break. How many words can you see here? What and what can you see on the screen currently? Let me see. Tell me, what and what can you see on the screen currently? Okay. Okay, finance, stock. Okay, I need more. There's so many words on the screen right now. People are sending it to my DM. Please don't send it to the general chat. Okay, okay, okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, to everyone that is here, these are terms that you would eventually get used to. These are terms that you'd eventually get to know of. You would eventually start using. Funny thing is, from the before the end of today's webinar, you can actually start making some of these terms. So now, moving on, there's some key terms I want us to take note of. There are some key terms I want us to take note of, which is dividend. And dividend is that amount of money that a company that you invested in is going to give you for being an investor. It is more or less like distributing of profit to every single shareholder. And if you decide to buy a stock of Apple, you decide to buy a stock of Dangote, if you decide to buy a stock of which other one comes to mind? I don't want to see the one that came to mind. But whatever stock you decide to buy, whatever company you decide to invest in, when it's time for profit sharing, because you got a preferred stock and you're a shareholder, you're going to be getting free money. I love to say that dividend is free money. And I see the sweetest part of investing for me is dividend. But then the strategy might not work for everybody, but I really, really love dividend investing. And I just remembered I have to make a video about how you can calculate your dividend. So you should hold me. Then the next thing is market capitalization. This is the total market value of a company. I think I have a picture that is going to help to explain that. So when you think about all of the money they have, the amount of shares they have, how much they're selling it, and you multiply it, you get the market capitalization. You know what the whole company is worth. Then the next thing is initial public offering. So this is when a company decides to sell their stock for the very, very first time. And currently, I know a lot of us here will be waiting to hear, okay, the bank stocks that are currently up, is that their IPO? No, it's not their IPO. They're just raising funds. They need more money in the business because of the CBN requirements, and that is why all of them are clamoring for us to come and invest in them because they have potential, yada, yada, yada. You get. So, so that is what's currently happening. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that as time goes on. So I do not know if I mentioned that stock represents ownership in a company and are divided into shares. So when you buy shares of a company, you're purchasing a piece of that company. I hope that is clear. And then remember I said market cap. So this is from June 21st this year. So the figures might have changed and whatnot. But either ways, we can see that the market cap of Microsoft here is $3.3 trillion. And the share price here is $449.78 for one. So who can help me and quickly do the maths? Because I don't want to distract myself. So let's calculate what $449 times, let's use 1,500 because I think dollar is above 1,500 currently. 1,500 times $449. Can somebody help me with that? Or should I help myself? So this is $673,500. 500 naira. See, I'm already saying dollars. 673,500 naira. So if you want to buy one share of Microsoft, you would be spending 673,500. But remember, I said I started my investing journey with 5,000. So the funny thing is, you have so many apps right now, so many fintechs right now that allows you to buy fractional shares, allows you to buy fractional stock. So if it is 5,000 naira you have, they will calculate it for you and give you your 5,000 naira worth of Microsoft. If it is $10 you have out of the $449 that is here, they will calculate what your $10 is worth and give you your share of it. So you can see that, oh, these things may seem high, but no, you can still decide to invest once you've done your due diligence in any of these companies. So let's move to the second secret that we have for today, which is diversification. So many times, a lot of us believe that if it is not this particular investment, if it's not real estate, I'm not investing. If it is not stocks, I'm not investing. However, for you,
I hope you didn't tamper your microphone.
Yeah, we can hear again.
all right, I'm back. No cause for alarm. So no cause for alarm, I'm back. I think my internet logged me out. That was what happened. That's the only explanation, right? So let me go ahead to share my screen. Let me see what's happening in the chat. Yes, so I'm back. Please confirm that you can hear me.
Very well, very well.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and continue sharing my slide before we were interrupted. Okay, so now we're back. Please confirm that you can see.
Surely.
Okay, so wealthy investors typically spread their investments across different sectors and asset classes. This is because when you do this, when you spread your investments across different asset classes, you set yourself up for the best of the best benefits, right? So I was going to explain what diversification is, and let me use the example of us carrying a basket. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't remember this. I would have just brought the picture. So I can remember I was on social media a few days ago, and then I saw a bike man who had what's it called? who was carrying a truck of egg, and then he bumped into another bike and all the eggs fell and break. Everything broke, like everything scattered. If I had shown you the picture, probably you would understand. Next time I really need to. Probably you would understand why diversification is important from that illustration. So just imagine you have only, how much is egg now? Let's make this as real as possible so you can know why it's important. Why it is very important. I can't find the chart. Okay, I found it. How much is egg currently? For a crate of egg, 5,500. So you carry your whole 5,500 to go and buy egg. And then everything just falls on the floor. Everything just decides to break at the same time. Imagine somebody's drawing on my screen. Imagine the heartache you're going to feel. Imagine the heartache you're going to feel from all of your eggs breaking. That is what diversification helps you to prevent. So diversification is that part of investing that helps you to mitigate against risk. So instead of you to have only stocks, you could decide to get stock, you can decide to get real estate, you can decide to get gold, you can decide to get land, you can decide to get also do a business and spread your wealth across different asset classes and different investment vehicles. So that, let's say today now, stocks is not doing well. Guess what? Business might be doing well. What was the other example I used? Bonds might be doing well, mutual funds might be doing well, ETFs might be doing well. So if you see your portfolio and everything you're seeing is just red, I'm sure you're definitely not going to be comfortable with that. I'm sure you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm wasting all of my money, right? So this is what diversification helps you do, to spread your risk equally. And this picture on the screen shows you like this is a portfolio that has different things in it, right? Bonds, real estate investment trust, you have commodities, you have ETFs, you have US stocks, you have short-term investment, you have long-term investments, you have everything you can think about, right? And this is another thing I want all of us here to, that's for everybody that is watching, to take note of, about how, okay, I'm looking for my slides. Okay, it's here. So about how the spectrum works, how the, what's it called? How the risk spectrum works. So there are different risk appetite, and then there are different asset classes that fit into this risk. So you need to know what works for you at a particular point in time, right? So this is, I hope you can see the screen. So I want to confirm, can you see how the graph goes up and all the different investments that goes up? So you can see that all of them have different places. So you see cash that is below, which is like one of the leaks that has low risks. You have bonds, you have real estate, you have commodities, you have equity, you have, what's the last one? Cryptocurrency, which is like the highest of the highest in terms of risk, right? So you need to, all right. Oh no. You need to take note of this so that when you're thinking about investing, you know that, oh, this is what happens. This is how it works. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I should know, right? So I need to, please give me a moment. I need to quickly, I'm not seeing my slide on my screen. Okay. Okay. So I think okay, moving on. Please confirm that you can, please confirm that you can see my screen. We're running out of time, so I do not want us to spend more time than we should. Okay, someone already did thumbs up. Okay, thank you so much. So the next thing is for us to move to secret number 3. You have to always ensure that you're investing in what you can understand. If you do not understand a particular investment, you shouldn't be putting your hard-earned money into it. You should not be putting your hard-earned money in what you do not understand. Ensure that whatever you're putting your money in, you have a good understanding of it. And how does this work? It means that you are going to be doing a bit of research. Is what we call carrying out your due diligence, right? You have to be putting in the effort to be sure that eventually whatever you are doing, you understand why you are doing it. So rich people invest in businesses, in clients and industry that they understand well. And most of them, even if they look at that, oh, they do not understand this thing, do you know what they do? The next thing they do is they go and get an advisor. They go and get someone who is knowledgeable in that thing that they want to achieve. So don't go ahead and say, oh, one social media influencer, one content creator said that we should invest in this, and you carry your money and go and put it. And then I'll come and ask you now, okay, why did you invest in this particular thing? And you cannot answer. It means that you don't have value for your money. It means that you don't care about your money. For you to carry your money that you worked for, that you spent probably 30 days, you probably spent 20 days, 25 days to make, then you now carry it and go and throw away. I call it throw away because now let's say there's something going on. Like now, we know that in the US, they have their upcoming elections, and definitely when there are political instances, the economic market is always affected. The same way when there was our election a few years ago, and then people were watching, okay, should we invest in Nigeria or should we not invest in Nigeria? What's going to be the outcome? It's the same thing. So you need to understand that rich people, the reason why they are rich is they invest in things that they understand. They spend their time and invest their money in things that they understand. So businesses, climb, industries that they understand. And if they do not understand, what do? They go ahead to get someone who understands to put them through so that they are making the right choice for themselves. So the next thing I want to talk about is how to invest in profitable, or rather how to identify profitable investment. So there's some things you want to consider. Remember that you have to invest in things that you understand. So you want to understand, okay, what is this company's financial health? What does their income statement look like? What does their balance sheet look like? What their cash flow look like? Are they making money? Are they doing well for their sector? Right? And then you want to also understand the industry and market trends. So there's sometimes when there are some sort of investments or some sort of asset classes do well in opposite direction. So something might be happening right now, and then every other investment is going left. But there are some industries, when everybody's going left, it's that time they are going right. So you want to understand, okay, this particular investment I want to put my money in, where does it fall under? What is the market trend? Is it going to grow? Is it a blue tick? Is it a blue chip company, or is it a growth company? How have they been doing over the years? And then you want to now move to the next step of analyzing the company's competitive advantage. You want to understand what. Okay, that was just that daylight darkness. You want to understand what their advantage is. Is their management team doing well? Is their business model going to be sustainable? Do they have a future in the next couple of years? Funny thing is, these questions are very easy. You just need to take note of them. And when you know it, when you understand all of this, you're able to now make the best decision for yourself at every point in time. And how exactly do you get to know these things? You can make use of tools and resources. Oh, this is for the back, so I'll come back to it later. So now, okay, it's already here. So either ways, this was supposed to come under you being able to check for tools and resources, but I messed up the arrangement. So what are tools and resources that you can use to check for stocks and investments and ETFs that you want to invest in? There's something called a stock screener. Who is with me? Who is with me?
We're with you.
I'm with you.
Okay, please. Okay, I forgot to tell you. Please make use of the chat box. I needed to be sure. Okay, please do make use of the chat box. I'm so sorry about that. And all of the Oluchukus, please, can we swap? Can we swap names? I'm the only Oluchuku here. Right? So yeah, you can make use of a reaction. You can make use of the chat box. And yeah, beautiful. So you want to make use of something called a stock screener. And this is available to you via your Google. You're not paying any money. You're not, just go on Google and type stock screener, free stock screener. You find yourself Google Finance, you find yourself Yahoo Finance, you find yourself TradingView. There's this other one I used the other day. What's their name? I can't remember their name on the spot, but I used them for my last video. Either ways, a stock screener is that tool that allows you to filter investment. So I'm going to show you an example. This is the Yahoo stock screener, and then I just put in a name of Nvidia, which is like one of the most popular AI companies currently that is going over the roof. You can see where they were in 2020. Can you see my screen? Where they were in 2020 and look at where they are in 2022. Like they are growing really fast. So you can see where they are. You can see what is currently going on with that stock. And that is not all. There's a chart where by the side, you can see the news, you can look at the charts, you can look at statistics, you can also see, okay, what is their historical data? What are the companies? What are the analysis that is going on? What are their financials like? Remember that we talked about financials at the top. Let me go back to this place. Remember we talked about financials here. You can actually see everything. With a stock screener, you can see their dividend, whether they are paying or they are not paying. You can see their market capitalization. You literally can see everything. Just take your time to digest this information. And then you also want to hold credible sources for news, right? You want to stay on top of news. You want to know what is happening. Then you also want to also get yourself a support group or a community to stay abreast of everything that is happening, right? So moving on to secret number 4, which is you having a long-term perspective. You want to be sure that at every single point in time, you're not just thinking about, okay, oh, is it 2 days I'm going to make my money for, and what's it called? I'm going to remove it. If you want to make money from investing, if you want to make the best out of your investment journey, then you want to have a long-term perspective. So instead of just thinking about short-term, if you know you want to invest, think long-term. If I was thinking short-term, I definitely would not be where I am right now. I definitely would not have amassed as much as possible, because there's something called compound interest. I don't know if people know about compound interest, but there's something called compound interest. And the beautiful part about compound interest is when you eventually leave your investment to allow the interest to bring in more interest for you, right? So Ruthie is asking, when you say long term, like how long? So if you're thinking of investing, just be thinking about anything 5 years, 10 years. 5 years is short. 5 years, 10 years and above. This is because you are not going to see anything in 1 year. You're not going to see anything in 2 years. In fact, there will be ups and downs. There will be economic unrest. There will be political. There will be inflation. There will be deflation. There will be yada, yada, yada. Everything happens. But then when you give yourself time, when you give your investment time for it to grow, or for it to bring you back money, you're going to be seeing a lot of, what's it called? You're going to see a lot of interest on your money. You're going to be seeing a lot of returns on your money. And what is one way for, oh, sorry, someone's mic is on. Sorry, that's distracting me. Okay. Okay. Strategies to maximize risk and minimize risk and maximize your returns. You want to be sure that you understand the sort of investment that is in your portfolio. Remember, we already talked about this when I listed a couple of asset classes and where they fall into in the spectrum, right? So you want to know all of these things. Now, when we talk about strategies, okay, you want to know all of these things. You then want to look at things like diversification, risk tolerance, long-term investing, dollar cost averaging. Now, let me explain all of these one after the other, right? What is diversification? It means that you're putting your investment in different asset classes per time. You do not have all of your investment in just one bucket. So you can see from this picture, this one is coin, this one is money and coin, this one is only coin, this one is gold, this one is only money, this one is only cash. This is diversification, spreading your investment across different asset classes. Risk tolerance. You need to understand where you as an individual stand when it comes to investing. Why? It is important for you to know where you stand as an individual, because that will now tell you, is it that I want to go for high risk investment? I want to go for low risk investment. So you don't come and be calling me by 3 a.m. in the night that, I don't know what to do. My investment is going down. People that have high risk. I could remember a few days ago, it was a few days ago, it's not say a week, when there was a change in the US government in terms of one person dropping out from the presidential race and the other person, someone else taking over. And then Bitcoin went from like 60K to 57K in 30 minutes. Was it 30 minutes or 5 minutes? I can't remember but it wasn't up to an hour. And then there was a sharp dip. Just imagine that now you are not a high risk person. What happens to you? What then happens to you? You just have an attack and you sell all of your money. And then when it begins to do better later on in life, you're not asking yourself, oh, I threw away my money. And when you do this, you actually have higher returns. You actually have less stress. You actually have financial independence, which is like the icing on the cake. The reason why we are doing all the things that we are doing. The reason why instead of you to be watching TV right now, you're listening to me speak. Instead of you to be doing any other thing, you're listening to me, because you know that at the end of the day, you want to sit down, cross your leg, and not worry about where your next money is going to come in, because you know that your dividend is going to come in, capital gain is going to come in, and business is going to bring in money, work is going to bring in money, right? So then there's the other part of you thinking long term, and it gives you some sort of confidence, because you know that bad as a bad, this thing will go back up, I'm still going to make money, because I already took my time to do my due diligence to now ensure that I am going to make money at the end of the day. The next thing is dollar cost averaging. Right? So dollar cost averaging is a scenario when it comes to investing whereby it doesn't matter whether the price is high or is low, you remain consistent with your investing. It doesn't matter whether the price is high or is low, you remain what? Consistent with your investing. So now we've talked about diversification, risk tolerance, long-term investing, and dollar cost averaging. So let's move to you creating your portfolio. So let's create your portfolio now. It means that you have to have different asset classes inside your portfolio to ensure that it's diversified, and then allocate your assets according to your risk. Remember, we talked about your risk appetite. So you need to know where you fall inside. Are you a low risk person? Then you know that you're not going to go and be picking cryptocurrency when you don't have power, when you just have hypertension. We don't want anybody having hypertension in this community. Next, you know that, okay, this is where I fall into, and this is what I can possibly get used to, right? Then the next thing is you want to have this diversified portfolio. You need to now start funding it. So it includes different, if it's that, okay, you want to have a stocks portfolio, but you want it to be diversified, you look at technology, you look at oil, you look at automobile, you look at healthcare, you look at finance, you look at technology. These are like, I've already said 6. There are more industries. There's real estate. There's one of my favorite this thing when it comes to creating portfolio. I always tell people that when it comes to creating your stock portfolio, you need to also take note of your morals. If you are somebody that doesn't smoke, there's no need for you to go and be investing in companies that produce marijuana. It already is against your moral, so you are funding the thing. Or you don't need to go and be investing in companies that produce weapons, when you know that you are not a violent person. You love peace. You don't want war, right? So you need to also take note of your morals. So the next thing is, I think we're going to secret number 5 now. So we have to wrap up shortly. We started 10 minutes late, so I think we're on time. Continuous learning and adaptation. So one thing I love about being a personal finance expert or being a personal finance coach is that I am always learning. I am always learning. And trust me, that is where my wealth comes from. Because the highest investment, the highest return on investment you ever get is when you invest in yourself. And this is what the rich people do. I can remember vividly well that there was a time, this story, I'm not supposed to say it, people should not quote me, and I'm recording. Hey, God. Okay, either ways. I can remember vividly well that there was one very big man that went to study abroad. Meanwhile, ASU was on strike for like 8 months. This is somebody that is already bloody rich. Like he is rich, he does not need money. And then ASU is on strike. Oh, this man went abroad to go and learn. Rich people invest heavily in themselves. So just in case you are thinking, oh, what does Oluchukwu do? How come she's making money? How did she grow? It was by learning. Because at the end of the day, you need to always top up your knowledge. There are a lot of mistakes I made along the way. And one way or things, you can't see my slide. Okay. So I actually minimized. I don't know what I did, but hold on. I minimized. I hope you can see it now. Let me look for the chat box. Can someone please send a message so I can locate the chat box? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. All right. So moving on. Like I was trying to tell my personal story about how it was from learning that I began to see that there were so many ways, that there's so many things. Till up until now, there's still a lot of things that I learn. There's still a lot of courses I take just so I can get better. I'm not going to say that, oh, because I already have like a big community of over 1,000, over 100,000 people, and then I'm going to stop learning. No, it doesn't work like that. So if you know you want to be rich, be ready to invest in yourself as you're ready to invest in your stock portfolios and the likes. So like I said, I already mentioned that the tools and resources came before, so we already talked about this. So yeah, the stock screener would help you to filter stocks based on criteria that you set, and then financial news and website help you to stay up to date, and then portfolio trackers allow you to, what's it called? Allows you to track the performance of your investment as time goes on. And the benefit of this is that you stay updated, you enhance your skill, you increase your earning capacity in terms of your income and in terms of how well your portfolio does. And then you're better able to adapt, because when I talk about investing, I always like to also add the part of exit strategy, but we can't do that today because that is not why we are here. But always take note of this. So now I want us to take a few questions before we go into what I have for you today. I have two. People did not ask me, so let me leave it at two. It was supposed to be three. I have two gifts for everyone that is here today, and I would love you to claim it if you're interested. But I'd like to take a few questions. I'd like to take a few questions before we go into what I have for you today. And like I said, we're going to be keeping to time. So does anybody have, oh yeah, I'll give you the third gift. The third gift is us walking through how you can get any of the current bank stocks from, let me stop share it. Okay, I want to be sure that, okay. I've stopped sharing my screen now. So I'm going to share with you three things. And the first one I'm going to share after I answer a few questions is how you can buy the current bank stocks that are open, the public offers that are currently open, the Access, Fidelity, and GTB. So I would answer your questions for another 5 minutes, or let's say 10 minutes. I'll answer your question for another 10 minutes, then move into practical, how to get those stocks for yourself, and then what I have for you today. So let me look through the chat box now. Which of the stock can you recommend for us? So hi Oluchukwu, I know it's not Oluchukwu that asked this question. I needed to call your name, but now I thought you put to come in and out. But so now let me answer this question really fast, because I know a lot of you might have more of these questions, right? Which of these stocks do you recommend us to buy? I'll first of all ask you, what is your risk appetite? And what is your financial goal? What is your financial goal? And what is your risk appetite? And then I will now sprinkle how young or how old are you? Because this will determine whether or not you should be investing in some things. Remember, if you were here earlier, you would see that I talked about how cryptocurrency can be very volatile, and how some people can withstand that and some people cannot. So I need to know before I tell you, okay, this is the kind of stocks you should buy. If I don't understand your risk appetite, if I don't understand your financial goals, I can't tell you buy stock A or buy stock B. However, there are a lot of stocks that are currently available to be bought. There are absolutely a lot of them that are currently available to be bought from different sectors, from healthcare, technology, finance, real estate, that are available to be purchased. However, you then now need to ask yourself, what is my goal? And then it will lead you to whether or not you should buy those stocks. So how do we buy and sell? So there are different ways for you to buy and sell. You can buy and sell your stocks from your real estate broker. Sorry, not real estate broker. Your stock broker, probably making use of a brokerage firm, or probably making use of the issuing house that has that stock. Or you're going to the company itself for them to walk you through, or you're making use of a fintech, which is like the easiest of all of the options, where you just download a particular app on your phone and then you are good to go. Then somebody's in the waiting room. Okay. How can Nigerians invest in international stocks? This one is very, very easy. Actually, from most of the fintech apps that allows you to invest, we have the likes of Bamboo, Trove, Chaka, RiseVest. They allow you to invest both in international stocks and local stocks. So you just need to find out which of these app works for you, and then you can decide to go and buy those stocks. And how do you buy international stocks from Nigeria? When you download any of these apps, what then happens is you have to complete your KYC, know your customer, put in your NIN, your BVN, your utility bill. You have to put all of these details. When you put all of these details, what then happens is you would be verified, then you can fund your account. When you fund your account with Naira, they allow you to now convert your Naira to dollars, and then you can now carry these dollars to buy the exact stocks that you want. This is I'm having more questions. My 10 minutes is not going to be enough. How does the dividend payment work? So when you buy a particular stock of a particular company, right? What then happens is, because you bought a stock of this particular company, you are now entitled to a particular amount. I don't know if anybody saw. I need to go and get, I don't know if my jotter is here. I want to get the exact details, making use of, it's not in this jotter. Please give me a minute. Let me give you a real life right here example, right? I want to get the detail. Please just give me a quick minute so we don't have to come back to this, because I'm very sure if I scroll down, I will see that question again. So let me just answer it once and for all. How come? Okay, I know where to find it. Okay, so the question is from Adesi. So how does this dividend payment work? So if you want to buy a particular stock or a particular share from a particular company, and that particular company offers dividend. So now, please note that not all companies offer dividend, and dividend investing is not always the right strategy for everybody to invest. However, if you want to know what a particular stock offers, you will go to the stock screener, like I already showed you, any of them, Yahoo, Google, Trading View, whichever you want to go to, type in the company name that you want. When you type in that company name that you want, go down to where they show you dividend yield. So for GTCO now, I'm looking at it, is 7.03%. This means that for every one GTCO share that you own, you're going to get back 7% in dividend per annum. All right, and this is paid, I think, twice in a year. I'll confirm, but I think it's twice a year. So when you see that 7%, you now calculate, okay, I bought 10,000 shares of GTCO, which is 445,000 naira. And then what I'm going to earn in return is going to be 31,283 naira 50 kobo. That is how it works. It's really, really simple. So you just need to go to the company, to go to their share, and find out, okay, how does this work? What is the percentage that they have? and there. So is there a way to know what stocks are preferred? There's no way to know what stocks are preferred. The only way for you to filter stocks that would work for you is to know what your goals are and to know what you want to achieve and the sector that you're interested in and carrying out your due diligence. And you can now make your investment portfolio for yourself. Without a question, what are the questions one can be able to ask for buying a stock? I shared some of them already. So please, I hope you're paying attention and you got that. So what's the difference between shares and stock? So there is actually no difference between share and stock if I want to put it like that, because eventually these words are used interchangeably. So stock is buying into a company. Shares is the thing that you buy. Stocks is you owning a part of a company. Shares is the thing that you bought. So if you want to break it down, you're literally you eventually have to like mix both words. Yes, do you coach people on investing? Yes, I do. And I'm going to tell you about the investment club very soon. Do you think UBA is a good stock to hold long term? UBA is definitely going to be a good stock for you if you carry out your due diligence and find out why you would be investing in UBA and whether or not their style of operation, their management is good enough, they are making enough profit, their cash flow makes sense to you. So that is, do you get? So what app can I use for investing? I mentioned a few already, Deborah. I hope you got that. What's your take on mutual funds? I love mutual funds. Mutual funds is actually beautiful. So mutual fund is actually also an investment asset class that everyone should also look out for. I did mention a few of them already: ETFs, mutual funds, bonds, treasury bills, they're leaving my head, but either ways, you get the message. What shares do you recommend for us to buy? I'm not recommending shares for you to buy, except you're in my investment club, and yes, I can recommend shares from there. Will you hold our hands to make the journey easy for us? Definitely, I would definitely hold your hand. What apps do you recommend for buying stocks? I think I mentioned, but let me mention again. So for buying shares and for buying stocks, you can decide to use any app that you want. So why do I say any app? Because there are a number of them. Off the top of my head, these are not the only apps you could use to invest. Please, these are not the only apps, but off the top of my head, what I can remember right now is I'm remembering things like Bamboo, Trove, Chaka, RiseVest. There are a lot of apps that allows you to invest from here right in Nigeria. Oh, I didn't mention Afri Invest. Optimus allow you. Optimus does high yield more than investment. So there are a lot of apps right now in Nigeria that allows you to invest both in local stocks and in international stocks. So whichever you want, you could actually do. Okay, so how do we know our risk appetite? Okay, you need to answer a couple of questions. So what I'm going to do is, on the WhatsApp group, I'm going to send a link for you to take a risk appetite test because I cannot go and drag it from where it is right now, so I do not forget. Waiting for this stock screener. Are there others for use like that? Yes, I mentioned 3 examples already. How does this dividend return work? I already answered this question. I can mix 100, 200 for a start. Beautiful. Can you explain what today's gain and portfolio gain mean? Okay, so today's gain, if you go on, I know you might have seen that online. If you go online to check for investment, you might see that, oh, today's gain is 0 point something percent. It means that today, this is what Apple did. Today, this is what Dangote did. This is the profit that they made on this particular day, because trading is only for a few hours in a day. So you can see what happened that day. That is the gain. So it could be positive or negative. However, portfolio gain is when you have more than one item in your portfolio. Probably you have bank, you have automobile, you have healthcare, or you have like 10 assets in your portfolio. By the end of the day, every single day, that amount or that portfolio is recalculated to what has happened during the day and from the time you've owned those assets. So portfolio gain could be positive, it could be negative, but then you can see the total profit. How is it calculated? Calculated automatically. If you want to make a calculator by yourself, maybe you might want to go and check Google, but most of the apps that you use, that is already calculated automatically, so you don't need to stress yourself about it. Do you provide mentorship? How can one get you to be a mentor? Currently, I do not provide mentorship, but I do group I only work in groups for now and one-on-one consultations. So if you want to get closer to me, you might want to join one of my groups so you can get closer for a particular topic you're interested in. What is the difference between ETFs, stocks, and shares? Okay, ETFs is a collection of different stocks, and then I already explained stocks and shares not long ago. So we have 1 more minute before my time is up, so I have to look at the time. This is how does it, I think I already answered this question. Okay, so can you recommend financial news? So for Nigeria, one place I typically check is Nairametrics. I check the regular newspaper. I try to watch TV. I don't watch TV, so I try to check what they are saying on TV as well, so that I can be in the loop. But now let me go straight into how you can buy. Okay, no, what I have for you, then we move to how you can buy yourself some of the current GTB Access or Fidelity Bank shares, right? I'll come back to questions very soon. I'll come back to questions very, very soon. So Ayo, the link to the WhatsApp group is in your email. I've been sending it in your email. So check the link to the WhatsApp group for this particular class is in your email. And that's where I'm going to be sending the link on how to check for your own risk appetite, right? No. Okay, let me not distract. So moving on, let me not get distracted so much. I was going to do something, but let's go on. So now, I want to tell you about the YPFG Investment Club. First things first. So the YPFG Investment Club is an educational hub that currently exists that allows people, or rather that allows members to have educational resources, different workshops and seminars that is not open. This is not open to the open house YPFG investment community, YPFG community. This is a closed group, networking opportunity, different investment strategies, and then mentorship and support inside the group only as a group. So you're not getting personal support, you're just getting group support. So whatever question you have, you get it on the group. So, and our mission is to ensure that as many people as possible are financially empowered, and then there's community growth. So to join the community, why is this messed up? So as a thank you for attending today's webinar and spending more than 1 hour of your time with me, I'm going to be offering you a one-time special limited discount to join the membership, or rather to join the investment club. It is a membership only club. So you have to subscribe to be a member. And it goes for a very minute fee of 5,000 naira per month. Very tiny money that is not enough for data, money that is not enough for shawarma, money that is not enough to carry you to go out and come back inside Uber. That is what you're going to be paying. However, you have to make a commitment of 6 months, which is of 30,000, or 1 year of 60,000 to be able to join the community, right? So for 5,000 naira monthly, you get to join the community, and it is it's an limited offer. What I'm going to be giving to you is I'm going to be cutting down 10%. So you get to pay 24,000 naira for the next 48 hours. 48 hours is July 30th, 31st. Okay. And for the 1 year subscription, you get to pay 48,000 naira only. So you want to learn how to invest. You want to ask questions about investments. You want to have recommendations on investment. You want to know what to invest in. You want to have other people that are investing alongside with you. You want to be consistent. You need accountability. The YPFG Investment Club is for you. If and only if you're ready to take your investment journey seriously. If and only if you know that you are going to, this year, before the end of this year, you want to have billions, you want to have millions in your investment portfolio, then the YPFG community, YPFG Closed Investment Club is for you. However, when you join this community, you have different educational resources. So you're not just going to coming here to get resources or what recommendation on what to invest in. You know that at the end of the day, you by yourself, you know what you're putting your money in. You by yourself, you are confident, you are informed, you're able to know, okay, I'm able to use this top screener. I did not understand it. YPFG, this is what I was doing. I didn't understand it. YPFG comes and tells you, okay, this is the investment we're doing for this month. You come along, we learn, and we go ahead to invest, right? So the next thing is you also have your portfolio diversified, and you also get to manage your risks. And because you're not doing this alone, you have like a close knit. We're actually still very small, so it's still a very close knit where you know that, okay, you are going to be getting utmost attention when it comes to growing your investment, right? Another thing is you're going to also expand your network. Just imagine that you're in a club and the people that are in that club, they paid to join the club. They are serious people. You also decide to join the club. All of you, your goal is we want to invest. I want to get better with our investments. You get support, you get collaborations, you get information that definitely would not be shared outside. And then apart from that, you have structured accountability. Structured accountability that you know that you are reporting to us. You're not just doing anything you want by yourself. You're reporting to us at the end of every time we have a conversation. We come back, we converge. What did you do? What did you not do? If this sounds like what you're interested in, then the YPFG Investment Club is for you. So now, how do you join the club? Go type this link, seller.co/YPFG Investment Club, that is YIC, and make use of the code July 28, and you're going to get the discount. However, you're not interested in investing. You don't feel like investing. You feel like there's still a lot of work for you to do. You feel like there's some things that you need to pay attention to. I have another thing for you. This one is my passion project. This particular one is as good as me holding your hands. This particular one I want to talk about is where you don't want to miss it. You do not want to be left out, because you will feel left out, right? So hold on, I'm seeing some chats here. Okay, so moving on. I'm going to answer your comments, so please wait a bit. I'm going to answer all of the comments I'm seeing. I want to invite you to join a 30-day financial fitness challenge. This particular financial fitness challenge is for you if you know that, oh, I don't think from today's class, I don't think I'm ready to start investing. There's still a few things I need to know. I need to understand my income. I need to understand my expenses. I need to understand my budget. I don't know where my money is going to. I'm not even sure if I have money to be investing consistently. Then you want to join the 30 days financial fitness challenge. We're currently rounding up on cohort 1. And we have people that now have structures on how to pay off their debt. We have people that now have their estate plan. We have people that now have their business in check. So funny thing is, this club, 30 Days Financial Fitness Challenge, wasn't for businesses, but there's somebody who decided that she was going to use it for her business, and her business is thriving. So we can as well add that. But either ways, you're thinking you need your finances to be okay. You don't understand what's happening with your money. Then the YPFG 30 Days Financial Fitness Challenge is for you. It is for 30 days. 30 days with YPFG. Every day you get one thing, you learn something new, financial insights. You get one task to carry out that must be applied. Please, if you're not going to be applying the task, don't come and stress. Right? Do not come and stress me. You know that there's a community that you're going to be with. As it is, the first set of people from the previous batch, they're literally already family, because we have been together for over 27 days. We have been talking to each other every day. We know what is happening. We know where we are going to together. If you think this is what you want, it's supposed to go for a fee of 15,000. But because you are here, you know that you're going to be getting financial independence. You're going to be getting stress reduction. You're not going to be anxious about, oh, how do I pay off that debt? You're not anxious about, oh, why is my money not enough? You're not anxious about, oh, I don't know how to save. Oh, I'm not ready to start investing. Oh, I don't have an emergency fund. If anything happens, what do I do? You know that your plan is you want to achieve your life goals, you know, then you need to join the challenge. Like I said, daily tasks. In the evening, we come together, we talk. Right now, after this call cannot extend more than 1 hour, 30 minutes because I have to go and meet my people. You are with a community of like-minded people who know what they want for themselves, that this year, oh, my finances is going to be okay. This year, I'm going to do better. And then you know that you're getting guidance from an expert of over 7 years of experience in investing and personal finance. So you're going to set goals and you're going to be able to achieve them. Somebody already achieved their goals. You're going to have your budget. You're going to have a saving plan. You're going to be able to reduce or manage your debt if you have any debt. You're going to understand the basics of investing and eventually start your investing journey. Of course, when you're done, you join the investment club. You increase your income and reduce unnecessary expenses. Because you're here today, just because you are here today, you are going to get, instead of 15,000, you're going to pay 9,999. And this one, I can beat my chest. Quote me anywhere. If you come for the 30 days financial fitness challenge and your life did not change, your finances did not change after doing everything that I tell you to do, come back and collect your money. I will give you your money and I will add Jara for wasting your time. That is how good the 30 days financial fitness challenge is. But if you're like, okay, no, I have a hang of my finances already and I want to go straight into investing, then the YPFD investment club is for you. So I want to find out, which of these options would you be going for? Which of these options feels like a perfect fit for you? Tell me in the comments, which of these options feels like a perfect fit for you? We only have one response. And how do you pay? You can actually pay for the 30 Days Financial Fitness Challenge directly. But not to worry, I'm still going to send you some of these details to those who attended the webinar in your DM. But I want to find out which of these challenges or which of these sounds like the perfect fit for you, because at the end of the day, you're going to be living here with something. You're either joining the investment club where you know that, oh, I'm ready to start my investing journey and I just want somebody to hold my hand. I just want somebody to be with me. Or, okay, I still think I have a little bit of work to do. So I don't mind waiting for 1 more month. I don't mind waiting for an extra month to put all my things together, all my money. Let me gather it. Is it my income? Is it my savings? Is it my understanding what I'm going to be investing in? Is it my estate planning? Is it insurance? Because we talked about all of these things. We're talking about insurance. We're talking about estate planning. We're talking about emergency funds, saving, debt repayment. Which of these is that one that you want to go for? I see that we have a mixed house, and trust me, both options are right for whoever chooses them. So if you think it is the investment club that is for you, it is right for you. If you think that is where you are right now, that is perfect. If it's a 30-day challenge where you want to go through all of your numbers, get better with your finances, so that when you come out, when you come out of the challenge, when your family members see you, they know that, something is different about Veronica. Something is different about Jennifer. Something is different about Benjamin. Like, he's doing better with his money. He's at peace. So one thing I always like to tell you, one thing I love to talk about when I talk about money is, when you are at peace with your money, when you have some sort of confidence, when you have some sort of things like in place already, you're not stressed. You're not thinking, okay, what should I do next? Oh, there's something going on. I don't know what to do. You have confidence. Even if, so now there are some times when, let me bust people's head. There's sometimes when there will be no money in my account. But what is to say about women and piggy vest? What is to say about women and carry wise? Somebody should tell me. I know I know where I am. My spending account does not need to always have money. But you see my investment account, you see my savings account, I'm settled. I'm absolutely settled. So I love that we have a mixed house, and I do hope that you're going to, okay, hold on. You're going to be taking on this challenge, and I want you to ask me your questions now so I can answer them, and then we can move to, or should we move to how you can buy your stocks, how you can buy those those bank offers that are currently open. Okay, so I'm hearing no. Is there a benchmark amount you need to have for? No, you don't have to have any bench. You only need to pay your commitment fee and join. So it is a 30 days. I don't want to say rigorous. If I say rigorous, now you will run away. It's not rigorous, so it's very easy. So for 30 days, every day you will do something different. So we start from the very beginning. You trying to understand, okay, what do you want to achieve? What is that thing you want to achieve? Is it that you want to build a house? Is it that you want to buy land? Is it that you want to go to school? Is it that you want to jackpot? What is that financial goal you have? Is that you want to have your budget? Is that you want to start investing before the end of the year? When do you want to achieve? We start from the beginning. For everybody, is going to be different. Everybody in the challenge is going to be different. But we would always have to come back together at the end of the day to talk about every single thing. Like we have to talk about every single thing. Okay, what did you discover? Okay, I think you need help in this aspect. Let's help you there. Then week 1, we're going through all of your financials, all of your foundations. Week 2, we're moving into saving and investment. We'll sprinkle a little bit of debt because not everybody has debt. Week 3, we'll go into you planning for your future. Week 4, we will now come back together and consolidate everything. Okay, what have we done here? What have we not done here? So now I think we have people clamoring for how to buy the bank offers, how to buy. So let's move quickly into that. Yes, okay, so I can't do my thank you yet. I don't have a slide for that, so I think we're going to use Google at the end of the day. So first things first, depending on the bank offer you want to get, we currently have, in my purview, what I currently have is Access, GTCO, and Fidelity. And all of these, where is it? I already opened. Okay, so I don't know which of the slides are you seeing? What are you seeing currently? Let me not go and show you my bank balance. So please tell me what you can see on the screen. Oh, I want to show I'm not showing you my account balance.
We can see the YPFG Investments Club.
Oh, okay, so that means it's another slide that's showing. Okay. So now, so the next thing is you want to know, okay, what do you want to buy? How much is this bank share? 9.5, 9 points. For Fidelity, it is 9.9 naira 50 kobo. For Access, it is 19 naira 75 kobo. For GT, it is 44 naira 50 kobo. So how exactly can you buy this bank, or how exactly can you jump on this offer? First things first, you want to go to the actual bank branch, right? Yeah, you can buy if you want. If it works for you, you can definitely buy. You want to go to the bank's branch to get a form and fill the form and give them the money. That is the archaic method. And me, I don't do that. I don't do olden days things where I come from. Next thing is you want to contact a broker. I wish I did a slide for this. You want to contact a brokerage, probably any issuer, any of the issuing houses. There are a lot of them, from Kodos to Meristem to Stanbic to, there are a lot of them, right? You want to contact them and tell them and register with them, and also signify your interest that, okay, I'm interested in this particular offer, and this is the amount I want to buy. Kindly help me purchase it. Or this is the second option. Remember, I gave you the one going into the bank. The next one is making use of a brokerage firm. I just mentioned a few names, so I'm not an ambassador for anything. So most of the time, I mention names that I know of, names that have been in the business for a long time, that you can always go and get from. So Oh my goodness. Okay, not to worry. So you can always go and get from, right? So there is, from my own experience, or rather from how I operate, there's no best per se, because for people that are halal compliant, they can't just go and buy their stocks from anybody or buy stocks anyhow, because it will go against their morals. I hope you understand. So I already mentioned Codors, so there's Coronation, there's ARM, there's Meristem, there's Stanbic. There are a lot of them, really. So you just pick the one that works for you, or the one who will probably give you the easiest onboarding, or aligns with your goal at that particular point in time. And then if you want to add morals, please go ahead, by all means, and add morals, right? So when this is the second option, right? I've given you option 1, I've given you option 2. Option 3 is you go ahead to go to NGX website, which is the Nigerian wait, I've forgotten your name. So hold on. You go to NGX website. Let me go and look for the website on NGX. Okay, NGX group. It's actually Invest. And when you go to the website, what then happens is you sign up on the website. Let me post it here. I probably would have to send this alongside. Okay, so I already opened the NGS website. So let me quickly just share my screen. Please give me a minute to share my screen. Okay, so can you see my screen? So this is the NGS website. So this website actually allows you to easily access public offers and rights issues from anywhere in the world. So this is one of the most straightforward. Let me copy it and send. This is one of the most straightforward places you can ever get your stocks, your offers, your public offers that are currently open. So you get in here, you want to invest, you go ahead to create an account. When you create an account, you pick the stock you want. When you pick the stock you want, you then fund it making use of your card, like your the way you make payments when you want to make payments on Paystack and the like. So you just put in your card details and they remove the money, or you copy and paste the account number and you make payment. So this is what the NGS website allows you to do. Then the fourth way for you to get any of these current offers is for you to, oh, I forgot the app, the bank app. So the next one is, that means there are 5 ways. The next one is to make use of your bank app. So Fidelity, Access, and GT. If you're a GT user, you can easily just open your app. In fact, when you're opening the app, they're already telling you, collect your share, collect your piece. So does Fidelity, so does Access. They allow you to buy the shares straight off on the app, so you can get that. The last but not the least option is when you're making use of, when you're making use of any of the fintechs app. So Bamboo, Trove, they allow you to purchase these things from their app. So the only thing you have to do is, sorry, please excuse me. The only thing you have to do is send them an email, send customer service an email that, oh, I would love to get X amount of shares about the for this particular bank, and I'm going to fund my Naira account. Once you people have processed it, kindly remove the money from my account. By the time, I think in another 2 or 3 months maximum, you're going to see that particular share, either Fidelity, GT, or Access, whichever one you decide to buy, will be sitting pretty in your portfolio, right? So you need to get your CSCS number. So another app I didn't mention, AfriInvest. AfriInvest allows you to also buy these stocks. And then AfriInvest is one of the easiest ways for you to get your CSCS number. They help you to open your CHN and your CSCS account. So you can also make use of that as well. It is very important because I haven't completed my registration process yet. Oh, beautiful. So ensure that you get that done before the offers closes. So the offers, most of the offers are closing from this week till second week in August. Hopefully they extend and you're able to buy any of the shares. Then Yocha, I don't use Yocha, but I have a friend who uses Yocha. I'll ask about Yocha. Maybe I'll talk about Yocha later, but I do not use them, so I cannot talk about them. I only talk about things that I use and things that I know, so that I'm not telling you rubbish. I don't talk rubbish. So, yeah, so I want to answer all of the questions I missed earlier. I have very little amount of time left because I have an engagement for 9. So please, I missed a few questions. So I'm going to scroll back to 806. That was where I started missing question from. Oh my goodness, people are in the waiting room. What are they doing there? Okay, so now I see that a couple of you are interested in the investment club. A couple of you are interested in the 30 days challenge. I want you to sign up immediately. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till later. Sign up now. And I'm going to be helping you. I'm going to onboard you myself. I'm going to onboard you into these 2 programs myself. I'm not going to delegate this one. So, oh, someone even already asked if Yocha is a good app. Okay. I'm trying to go back to the questions I haven't answered. I know I stopped at 806. Do you provide, okay, no. What's the name? I answered this one. So how do you buy your stocks? I already mentioned how I buy my stocks. I buy my stocks mostly with fintech apps, because why do I want to go and be looking for a brokerage, or why do I want to go and be going to the bank when I can as well just do this on my phone without moving? But then most of the brokerages now have applications that you can download. I think Cardinal Stone too has an app. But moving on, can you recommend financial news? Oh, I missed that question. I already answered this one. Which of the method listed do you recommend? Anything that I have mentioned is something I have tried out. So I would not box you into one particular method because it might not work for everybody. So that's why there are different options, right? And that is why there are some banks that have branches everywhere, and there are some banks that only have a few branches, because that is what works for their customers. I hope you get you there. Is having plot portion investment with a real estate company the same as having shares with them? No, it is not the same as having shares with them. Having plot portion means that the land will be given to you under your name. You have to get the documents, so it is your investment. It does not mean that that is a share of the company. So thank you, Jennifer, for writing Bamboo Trove, Rice Vest and Chaka, etc. We can now add Yocha, we can add Afri Invest. I don't know why I keep forgetting Afri, and they are such a good. Anyways, how long does it take for one who starts with 500K to hit 1 million? We don't do building money here. We do building wealth. So when you talk about how long does it take, it now depends on what you invest in. And either ways, I do not advise you to start thinking how long it takes for your investment to go from 500 to 1 million, because that way you might put yourself under undue pressure, and you might want to go and invest in a lot of high risk investment that may not entirely work for you. Can you also tell us your legitimate broker than just telling us randomly? So I already answered that question already. Okay, someone already answered this. When is the best time to buy a stock, during the opening or not? There is no best time. There's no best time to buy a stock. Buying a stock now is the best time to buy a stock, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Now is the best time to invest. So when it comes to investment, your entry time is the best time to enter. There's no good time. Remember that we talked about dollar cost averaging. When the thing is high, when the thing is low, you buy. So that is how it applies here. So how do you choose the right broker? So you have to look through their terms and conditions. You have to look through what their processing fee is. You have to look through whether it's simple enough for you, whether you understand it, whether it aligns with you. And that is how you choose the right broker, right? So which brokerage firm would you recommend? I already mentioned a couple of them, and I think I've done that like 2 or 3 times already. So I think I've answered that question. Can we get the recording? I'm not sure yet, but I'll try to see. Optimum does for it. Okay, I think this was a comment to what I said earlier. Okay, yes, you have to calculate the dividend percentage by the number of shares that you own. That is how you can predict or know how much you should be expecting in dividend. So this is for Daisy. That is how you should know. So how you know your dividend is when you multiply the dividend percentage by the number of shares that you own, you then know the amount of money you're going to be expecting. So to Ayo, please check the Zoom confirmation email that you got. The link to the WhatsApp group is there. And every other information I'm going to pass on, I'm going to pass it through email and the WhatsApp group. Yes. What's the reason why the stock market doesn't trade 24/7? I don't know. There's no reason. So the stock market is like every other business. It is. So funny thing is, it runs 24/7, but trading happens during a particular period in time. Do you get? Trading happens during a particular period in time. And what is trading? Trading is when you want to buy, I want to sell. We come together, we exchange. There's a particular time for regulation. This is when it happens. After that period in time, every other thing can happen behind the scene, news, economy. The charts can still go up. The prices can still go up and down. But in that period, there's a time frame when two of us can come and say, I want to sell, I want to buy. That is it. So mostly for regulation. So you asked us to remind us, okay, I already answered that. And I'm seeing all this. Okay, I don't even know who asked the question. Can you give back of the class? So to Ayo, please, if you definitely register for this class, go to the Zoom confirmation. The WhatsApp link is there. The WhatsApp link is there. So you're okay. So now to everyone who, so to Benjamin as well, go to the Zoom confirmation email. The WhatsApp link is there. So Jennifer says both. Victoria, challenge, investment club. Okay, so let me go down to more questions. So someone asks, is there a benchmark amount you need to have for the 30 days financial fitness challenge? No, you're only paying the commitment fee, and then every other thing is learning, tax, and then us talking to each other, right? So I'm broke growing my parents. So okay, yeah, this is when you put me to continue. No, Joseph wants to see my account balance. No, I didn't share my account balance. I self-identity is closing today. I already answered that. What vacation do you recommend? I answered that too. I bought GT code shares, but it's not showing on my portfolio list. Yes, that's what I explained. I think I explained that it's not going to show now. It's not going to show immediately, right? It's not going to show immediately, except you already had them before. You're not going to see it on your portfolio. It's going to take a couple of weeks to months, at least. I'm giving a maximum of 3 months, but from a month to 3 months, that is when it's going to show on your portfolio. Do not be worried. It's going to happen to everybody at the same time. So it's not that it is you that did something wrong, right? So it's because of it's a public offer. And how it works is before they will now share, like everybody can see, they need to gather everything they've gotten together and do their math. And like, okay, we've settled this out. Everybody, okay, this is it. It's the same thing that happened. I don't know if you were active during the MTN time. MTN took about 2-3 months before even reflected, if not more. So you did not do anything wrong. So yes. Can we buy stocks from the bank website? GTB, yes, you can buy from GTB. I think I checked GT's website. I haven't checked Access and Fidelity, but I know you can buy from GT website. They are internet banking. They have a link you can click and then it takes you to the other side. Okay, I've answered this already. I'm a student with a small business. Do you think I need to? So, okay, this was your question, student. Yes, if you think you need help with your finances, any aspect of your finances you think you do not have absolute control of, like if it is saving, investing, budgeting, paying off of debt, just being financially literate, financially savvy, knowing that, okay, I'm in control of your finances, then the 30 days financial fitness challenge is for you. Can we get the recording? Okay. I guess I'll have to share the recording, but it will take a while. Hopefully before tomorrow, though. Does this bank offers give dividends? So far, yes, all of them have dividends. Okay. So this is the end of the question. Please, if I missed your question, kindly ask now so that I can answer it. Kindly ask now so that I can answer your question. If not, I would love to ask my own question. Did you get value from today's session? Did you get value from today's session? Glory, you keep, I don't know if it's your network, but you've been posting the same the same questions. Let me answer one more time. Calculate the number of shares. Like, so let's say you buy 10,000 shares, and let me show you how to do it. You buy 10,000 shares of Access, that is 19.75 at 197,500. So you now need to calculate what 10%, 10.85% of that 197,500 is, which would amount to 21,428. So that is how to calculate it. I hope you heard me this time, right? So how do you pay for the FFC? So let me go ahead to share the account details again, and I'm going to send it to the WhatsApp group and via email again. If you want to go for the FFC, that's Financial Fitness Challenge, so that you can have a better understanding of your finances, so you can know whether or not you want to start investing, so you can know what to do next, so you can know how to save, how to budget, how to plan for your future, how to know what insurance is, how to know your pension, how to know your planning, retirement plan, how to build an emergency fund, how to cut down on expenses, how to pay back your debt. See, all of these things, this is not even up to 30. All these things I just said is not up to 30. And we are going to be treating every single one of them. I wish I did this, I could share the screenshots. Okay, I think I wish I could share the screenshot from, I didn't remember to put that in here. From, okay, this is it. I'm looking for the charts. So yeah, I would like to find out if you got value for your time. Try joining, but my request is still processing. So please, I'd like to know if you learned anything new. Before we call it a beautiful evening. Okay, so yeah. This is for those who want to join FFC. However, if you want to join the YPFG Investment Club, if you think you're ready to start investing right away, please and please go ahead to seller.co/YIC and use the discount code July 28, and you are going to get a discount. So I don't understand what Benjamin is saying, pending, not processing. Okay, so dividend is, what happens with dividend is, let's say you invest in a company and that company offers dividend. When it's time for them to share profit, remember that every business, every stock, every company is a company. It's a business. And the reason why they are doing business is so that they can make money. So every single business is doing business so they can make money. And now they've called you as a shareholder to bring in your own money, to bring your own 5K, 10K, 10 million, 10 billion, like Otedola and the rest would invest into businesses. What happens is, for some company, they do not give dividend. I'm still going to explain the dividend now. Why some company, they give dividend? So by the time they are done, by the end of the year, they will now say, okay, we made X amount in profits, but we're going to be giving our shareholders part of the profits that we've made. Because there are two ways to make money from your stock. You can make money from capital gains when the stock value is increasing, or you can make money from dividend when they pay back investors with profits. So when they make this big amount of profit, they will now say, okay, it's 7% we want to be giving all our investors. That is what, is it GT? That's what GT is doing. And they'll calculate the 7% and distribute for everybody. That is dividend. So it is free money you do not work for. You're just sharing company profits because you're an investor. Yes. So that answers your question, Ify. I did not put water by my side, so pardon me. Okay, so we're out of time. We're out of time, people. So if you know you got value from today's, I want to ask for one favor. One favor. The 49 of you here, you are the realest MVP. I'd love you to please make a post about it and let me know if you learned something. Tell me what the exact stuff you learned, because I need more people to see that, yes, we're doing all of these things. So if I don't mind if you can tag me on Instagram and just talk about what you learned from today's session. I would absolutely appreciate that. Indulge me, please. Just please indulge me and just write about one thing you learned from today's session. And yes, I can't wait to see you. Let's not tell them the secret. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you next time or on the other side or on the group. I want to check the chat now, but please, you can make a post, you can tag me and let me see. I'll be very grateful. I'll be very grateful. So they're like, how many of us here? 48 of us now. So to the 48 of us that are here, I'll be expecting 48 tags. So yeah, so I want to see if I can answer the last set of questions because we are above out of time. We are completely out of time. So yeah, Benjamin is asking about FFC. Yes, 9,999 naira. Yes. Thank you so much. This was timely. I'm glad it's about this. Oh, thank you so much, Nimi. I'm so happy to hear this. Oh, so if I come in offers dividend, I will earn both in capital. Yes, if you come in offers dividend, you're earning two ways: capital gains when the price of their stock go up, and dividend when they decide to share profits to everybody. So GTB website was okay. So I'm pretty sure that would be a processing fee. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Using the GT website. I think I already saw this one. I already answered it. So my Instagram handle is personal finance girl. Personal finance girl. That's, can you see it? Look at it now. Oh, I'm not even sure which way it's supposed to go. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for staying to the end. And do well to leave a comment about what you learned. I want to know, please. Okay, no, I'm so